wonder if you can tell where I'm at. Ooh. So Madman invited us to the premiere of Dragonball Super Broly, the movie. This is the Australian premiere. It doesn't air in Australia until January 24th, but Madman was kind enough to give me an invitation to the premiere, and I am super excited. Just look at this, we're in VMAX. It's huge. So yeah, let's just take our seats and just see what's in store. Super excited, as you can tell. I am thoroughly convinced that technology hates me because this is the third take I've had to do of this rant. The first take had the audio like this.
Even I caught myself going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Second take had an audio like this. So my group and I made it to the premiere and they gave out these little Super Saiyan wigs. You can't tell I got my hair done. Do you like it? Do you like it, honey? I like it. I like it a lot. So you know what? Screw it, until I can figure out a better way to use my HD camera with better audio attached to it. I'm gonna use my phone for this because I'm tired of saying the same things over and over and over and over again. Thanks to the awesome people at Madman, I went to the premiere of Dragonball Super Broly, the movie, with Tsumi and a good friend of mine and a fan of the production named Theo. Hey Theo. He's also known as Worm on the Discord. He's been helping Anime America a lot behind the scenes and such. And it was just a great experience. There were the people from Cheese TV were there, and it was awesome meeting them. Madman was there, and I got to meet them and just say, thank you for inviting me. This was an awesome opportunity. There was a place you could take a photo next to this giant wall and just do any pose you want with these cute little wigs. Look at this. Look at this. They handed out so many of these. These are awesome. And this awesome poster. Everybody was grabbing multiples. I was lucky to grab one. And there was like a corner you could play Dragon Ball Fighter Z. And we got to watch the movie on VMAX at the George Street Event Cinema. And it was just, the screen itself was just amazing. As for the movie itself, the plot is pretty similar to the original Broly movie, where we learn about this Saiyan named Broly and how King Vegeta was a bit worried about his power, but mostly for the fact that his power level is exceeding his own son's. So pretty much he just took a look at Broly, looked at his power level, and went, "Yeet! Get out of my home! Screw you! No one's stronger than my son." And his father Paragus follows right behind him to protect him, and pretty much used his son to claim his vengeance in the future, even though it took a lot of years in the making to do it. To which around that time in the present with Vegeta and Goku, they're just back from the Universal Games, and Bulma just had Bula. Two of Frieza's men find Broly and his father Paragus, and they're like, "Hey, Frieza can use you. Come on. And Frieza was like, "Yeah, sure, I was gonna make a wish anyways. They know I'm on my way, so maybe you can distract them." But in a more charming way, because Frieza was hilarious throughout this whole movie. Even his wish, the wish he was gonna make with the Dragon Balls was, "Really? Really? Okay." And thus the fight between Broly, Goku, and Vegeta commence. And that's pretty much the movie itself. Just getting these three people together. Just the build up, the payoff. How did it all turn up in the end? It was pretty damn awesome. This has to be I know I just seen it and the hype is still within me, but this has to be one of the best Dragon Ball movies I've seen. I think the best original movie for way back when has to be the first Broly movie. And we're not gonna talk about the other two Brolys. Never ever. We're never ever gonna talk about the other Broly movies. They don't exist. But I think animation wise, I still think Battle of the Gods is a little bit cleaner, but the Super Broly movie was just amazing. Story-wise, the build-up-wise, the pacing, the character interactions, and just the overall presentation, I was thoroughly impressed. I was never bored. The whole movie just kept my attention throughout the whole thing. So definitely go see it when you get the chance. I'll admit in some spots, like with the animation, like, it got a little bit... It seemed like they rushed a bit. Like, the fight scenes were great. Some of the still shots were great, but there were some scenes where I'm just like, that doesn't look right. Especially, there was a scene where, like, Goku and Vegeta are arguing in front of Piccolo, and just the way that Vegeta contorts his body, and the way that Goku held the number 3, it's like, that looks so messy. Not to mention a lot of the line art, like, when you're up close with the characters, they looked okay, but when you're far away, they just look like, you know, pencil drawn, trying to draw tiny characters with the pencils. The line art's very thick. But I ain't judging, because the fight scenes and the special effects, some of the shots where it's like a point of view shot where you're watching Goku just being pushed through the mountain and being punished by Broly. It's kind of like a first person shot of what you're seeing through Broly's eyes. That was fun. Just the entire fight scene, just watching them go back and forth, it was awesome. And the plot that was just interwoven between all of this, you know, just how our characters got to this moment, like the history of Planet Vegeta, how Frieza's involved in all this, how they're gonna get, you know, how Broly was sent out there, where Vegeta went, where Goku went.
Little bit of spoilers, but you get to see Goku's parents, and it's awesome.
But I'd say, like, for anyone who's never really gotten into Dragon Ball, just the whole thing in general, I think the movie does enough to keep your attention. So if you, a Dragon Ball fan, want to bring a friend, but they're not really into Dragon Ball, they're not gonna get lost. They're gonna know who Broly is, they're gonna know who Goku and Vegeta are, who the rest of the people are in the movie, and everybody has a point, everybody has an explanation, they have a purpose to the plot, so I'd say, like, story-wise, it's pretty darn good. As for the voice acting, the usual characters that came back, you know, they're just as good as ever. Sean Schemmel and Chris Sabat, you know, they came back for their characters, and they did a pretty good job. But at the same time, during the fight scenes, like, yeah, they do a lot of screaming, and whenever they're in pain, they can scream in pain. It's the same old, same old. But there were some moments in this movie where I'm just like, oh, that looked like it hurt. Oh, sir, that looked like it hurt. Like, there were moments where it sounded like you could feel the wind getting knocked out of Goku. That's just how into it Sean Schemmel was. Like, you could just hear how painful it was. I mean, like, they've done that in the past, but this one was just, you know, usual times you're just like, okay, that looked like it hurt. But this time you're just like, oh, ah. You okay there? Can you breathe? Can you breathe, sir? The newer characters that came along, they fit well with their characters as well. They got the voices of Paragus and Broly from the original movie to come back, to which Vic Mignogna, you are the MVP in this movie, because from what I remember, this was the one role that nearly killed your career. This was the one where you did so much screaming that you had to go to the hospital because, like, it damaged your vocal cords, and your voice acting career was nearly gone for good after that role. And I thought for sure, like, I know at conventions you were just like, okay, maybe I'll do the soft-spoken Broly, but don't ask me to scream. I'm not gonna scream. Please don't do that to me, please. Thank you. But I'm sure the money was good in this, but still, coming back to a role that nearly destroyed your voice, which is your key in voice acting, that's your career. If anything happens to this, you're done. Find a new career. Gotta figure out a plan B. But damn, not only did you come back and just own the role, which I'm sure the other Dragon Ball actors are probably giving you tips on how not to kill your voice this time, but you owned it. You are awesome in both soft-spoken Broly and screaming Broly. Vic, you owned it. And speaking of Broly, you know, in the first movie, he was just a force to be reckoned with. He was the challenge. There was nothing more to it. It was just, he's the legendary Super Saiyan. Goku and Vegeta, Trunks, Gohan, they had to find out a way to defeat this thing. there was nothing more to Broly. Here, we actually get to know Broly a little bit more. Like, you get to see a bit into his mind. What makes him, tick? What makes him think? You actually see him calculating with all these new people that he's meeting and, like, just telling him, about this world that he's in, and maybe his father may not be, a good influence on him, considering how he was raised to seek out his father's vengeance. And it's still just calculating in his head, like, yeah, he has no control over his powers, but he's trying. He doesn't like how his father is controlling him, but at the end of the day, he's still his dad. So you see Broly conflicting with his emotions and just doing what he was raised to do, but still thinking about his actions. And, like, I actually appreciated this Broly a bit more. There was more to this Broly than the original Broly, so I liked it. I liked this interpretation of Broly a bit more. And as for the ending, I've heard that some people were a teeny tiny bit mixed, but not really, because everybody on social media is like, oh my god, you have to watch it. This is the most awesome Dragon Ball movie ever. There were some people that were just like, so what'd you think of that ending? To which I'm just like, you know what? At the end of the day, Dragon Ball Super can get away with a lot. Because in the original series with Dragon Ball, it was all kid-friendly and a little bit silly. Dragon Ball Z umped up the ante with the action and the drama. Super brought a little bit of the Dragon Ball humor back, where there's a lot of stupidity that, you just go along with, especially with the writing, the jokes, Goku's character as a whole just being stupid. Just there were parts in the movie where Frieza's just like, let's just, he said that. Goku said that. Okay. We're just gonna keep going with this. He just saw it in his face like, really? This guy defeated me, okay. But as long as you go along with that spirit, then the ending of the movie, I think it fit well. It opens up to more endings and more possibilities, and it fits the spirit of Dragon Ball, especially Super. So I'd say overall, the story is good, the pacing is good, it grabs your attention, and the ending just fits the spirit of Dragon Ball Super, so I liked it. I know this movie came out already in America, but it's just about to come out in Australia, so to all my Aussie friends who are watching this, definitely watch it. January 24th, Madman said they're going to have it on VMAX. IMAX, if you have an IMAX, ask them if they're going to show Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. It is worth it. Just everything was gargantuan. The fight scene was just so much fun to watch, so if it's coming to your IMAX, if I could find an IMAX, because the one at Darling Harbor, it's not there anymore. They're trying to build a new one, but I'll find one somehow, because watching that movie in IMAX, I'm curious. So, January 24th in Australia, definitely go see it. I highly recommend it. And if any of you are interested in me doing an old versus new on the original Broly movie and the new Broly movie, leave your comments down below, and I will think about it when the Dragon Ball Broly movie comes out on DVD, which I will get it and add it to my collection over here. Yes, I will add it to my collection. I cannot wait. And if you have seen the movie, let me know what you think of it. If you are gonna leak out any spoilers, just have that in the comment section. Spoiler warning, and just go at it. Let me know what you thought about the movie, how you felt about it. If there's anything you liked or didn't like, let's just have a conversation in the comment section down below. And if you like what we do here, be sure to like this video, leave a comment, and share it with all of your friends wherever you thrive on social media. Thank you all so much for watching. More awesome videos will be on the way, and stay tuned to Anime America. Thanks, Theo, for coming.
Hey there, if you like what we do on this channel, be sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. If you wish to support us financially, we do have a Patreon page with numerous rewards to fit your budget. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Anime America, and be sure to check out our other channel, Pop Spectrum. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned to Anime America.